Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one,
a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world.
It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Today is Thursday. May 30th, 2019. That's right, Thursday, May 30th, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Thursday, May 30th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this incredible day. Fair enough? Let's make the absolute most of this incredible day. This week, we have been talking about laser focus. We've been making sure that we understand why it's important to be laser focused. We've been making sure that we understand how it works to become and to stay laser focused. We've also been talking about how and making sure that we understand how to use laser focus to win. To win in our relationships, to win in our businesses, just to win in life. We've been talking about that this week, and I want to unpack some new developments today. I want to dive in a little bit deeper and make sure that we unpack and fully understand its power. I want to do that, but before we do, I want to go ahead and dance. You ready to dance? Let's dance. Come on. This is the part of the show. For those of you that know, for those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. This is also the part of the show where I need you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you, whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay. Say what's up. How you doing, Nathaniel Banks? What's up, Scott Holbert? How you doing, Janelle Griego? What's up, Jennifer Jaskell and Eric Willeroy? Mr. Scott Simons and Liza Myers-Borges? What's up, Jeff Baker? How you doing, Tracy Shepard? What's up? Oh, I already said that. What's up, Casey Rossiter? How you doing, Josh? Gail Beecraft's up in here. Gail's hanging out with Danelle Delgado the next couple days. How you doing, Carrie Lynn Carter? What's up, Richard Pintrick? And we got Sean Jones, my man Kurt Allen McFarland, and Brandy Mumau. What's up, Tammy Negrit and Ben Cusick? What's up, Terry LaPierre? Everybody's up in here. How you doing, Valerie Christine, Jeremy Noling, Beth Lucici, Keith Hamilton? Love it. Love it. Love it. How you doing this morning? Let's feel this for just a second. Soak it up. Hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind. I love this song. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. Nice job, Tony Tito, Washington. Tony with the keys. Check it out, man. Yesterday I went down to Cornerstone Church, right? Cornerstone, Nashville. This is a mega church down just outside of Nashville in Madison, I believe is where it's at. But I went down to the church and I hung out with Galen Davis, who is the lead pastor of the church. I believe he's like 32 or 33 years old, but the dude is the most unique human I've ever met in my life. He's totally 100% Galen, right? Like he doesn't mess around. His dad, his father, was the leader of the church before him. He took over, but it's the most interesting thing. Michael and I were talking about it yesterday. Galen at one point was sitting there talking, he was just talking like he kind of has this interesting way that he speaks. He uses words like dope, right? He's like dope and hipsters, and he's wearing like these skinny jeans that are pulled down just a little bit, right? And he's got his tattoos on his arms, but he's one of the smartest human beings like I ever met. So at first glance, Michael didn't even realize he was the head pastor. So Michael, when he went to introduce himself, Michael was like, hey, what's your name? What do you do? And Michael kind of went in thinking this guy was just maybe a volunteer of the church or a staff member of the church, and found out he was the head pastor and was just floored. And as we spent more time with Galen, I was just so incredibly impressed at how much he embraces who he is as a human and how laser focused he is with this church. Like, he's making massive moves in the church. He's doing things in the church no one has ever done before. He is so incredibly intelligent and so laser focused on his mission. This dude's got a frozen yogurt machine, a big old frozen yogurt machine right there in the middle of the church. There were video games and whatnot all over the church. They had bouncy houses for the kids. They have areas where they support children with special needs. And it was so unique and so interesting to see a man on a mission. A man who was completely 100% dialed in and focused on where he wants to lead the church. He talked about the businesses. He talked about grow your business for God's sake. This conference that we're holding August 16th and 17th. He talked about what that meant to his community, how there's an underserved portion of his church that he wants us to pour into. He talked about how it's unique and different. People tend to have a tough time combining business and religion, right? Business and faith. People have a tough time combining those two things. So he was so excited about what he brought to the table. So I learned a lot from Galen, just watching him and how he worked with his team, how much respect his team had for him. But there was one moment, this guy right here, this guy Herb, he said something yesterday that really stuck with me. You see, yesterday, right after I got off this show at 6 o'clock in the morning, I jumped in the car with Michael. We drove down to Nashville, Tennessee. We got to Nashville. They're an hour behind time-wise, right? So we got to Nashville at like 8:45 Nashville time. We joined in on their staff meeting, and I explained to their staff that the reason I was there is I didn't want to just come in and have a conference in their building, but I actually wanted to get to know them, who they are, and I wanted to make sure that I could serve them as a staff and them as a church community in the best way humanly possible. So I drove the hours down first thing in the morning. I spent 6 hours in Nashville, and then I drove back. I spent a total of 8 hours in the car to spend 6 hours in Nashville. And this guy, Herb, right here, he said something to me. He said, you know what, Glenn? He said, we've had a lot of conferences here. We've done partnerships with a lot of different people. We've worked with a lot of different people in this church. But he said, you're the first one ever to come down and try to get to know us first. And then he said, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And that, my friends, made it all worth it. You see, I am tired. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I can't remember the last time I felt this tired. Like this morning, I woke up, got up like I normally do, went upstairs, put on the music just like I always do, broke out my gratitude list. I started writing down the things that I was thankful for, and I was like falling asleep as I was writing. I looked back at it just a few minutes ago here in my planner. I looked back at it. And if you look, man, if you look at my gratitude list, I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not, but if you look at my gratitude list right there, like I could barely read my own handwriting. Seriously. I could barely read my own handwriting because my pen was just like, oh, my gosh, dude, I'm exhausted. Hitting the road yesterday, dialed in, focused on this mission that I know that I've been chosen to fulfill, right? And I've been laser focused on hashtag Rise and Grind, laser focused on serving my wife and my kids the best way I know how, laser focused on grow your business for God's sake. And I'm telling you, dude, I'm wore out. I am completely and utterly wore out. But when a man like that, when Herb says something like that, it reminds me of why I am doing what I am doing. And this morning, though I was tired as I wrote through my gratitude list, and though I wanted to quit and I wanted to lay down and I wanted to go back to sleep, my reminder was there like, no, you've been called, Glenn. You've been called. You are on a mission. You cannot fail the mission. The responsibility of the entire world falls on your shoulders. If you don't do it, no one else can. If you don't do it, no one else will. There are people counting on you. There's a show that must go on. You must come on. You must deliver with energy. You must push through. You must persevere. And see, if I didn't have this laser focus, if I didn't know exactly where I was going, if I couldn't see it, which, dude, I'm telling you, I can see it. I can already see the future. I can see what it looks like for my family. I can see what it looks like for my kids. I can see us traveling the world from megachurch to megachurch, pouring into humans in a way that nobody else can. When Herb said, Herb, I'm not sure, when Herb said, Glenn, no one else has ever done this. No one else. It hit me like that's because no one else cares as much as I do about this. And I'm the only one that can get it done. Tired, not tired, 8 hours in the car to spend 6 hours down there, whatever it takes. I'm the guy. I'm the chosen one. And I want you to have that kind of direction and focus and laser tenacity. I want you to have that in your life and in your world, because I know what a difference it makes. I know that sometimes we can feel stuck, right? I'm going to give you an example. Let me see if I can pull this screen up over here. This is my man Chad Varner right here, okay? Chad Varner is stuck right now, okay? Chad Varner, he's been a member of our group for a long time. I remember when Chad first came into the group, there was some discussions because he wasn't sure about the religious aspects and he wasn't sure about God, and he used to be homeless and he was a drug addict, and he'd gotten sober. And so I remember Chad coming to our group initially with some conflict, not sure if he belonged, not sure if he should be here. And then he started to rise and he had some success, and things started going well in his life. And then he was a part of a union and some things went wrong and he lost his job. He got fired and now he's in the middle of a lawsuit and there's some settlement stuff and back pay and so on and so forth, but it's taking forever. And he has a son that he's trying to take care of and he's trying to persevere, right? And he's always helped people. He's always given back. But now here he is. He's 3 months behind on rent. He's 2 car payments behind. He's got odds and ends that he's behind on, right? And so he left a 2-income house to now it's just him. It's just him trying to take care of his son. And he's $5,000 behind on his bills. And his credit is messed up because of the bad decisions that he's made in his past. And he's got a new job and he's got hope for the future. And he thinks he's going to be okay going forward. But right now, everything in his body just wants to quit. It just wants to lay down, man. And I get it. And my heart pours out to Chad, dude, because I understand. And then on the other side, I look at my own life and it pisses me off. It pisses me off that I'm not at a point right now where I can just reach in my pocket and say, here you go, Chad. That's what I want to do. I want to just reach in my pocket and fix it. I want to live a life. I want to be in a financial position with my family where we are so secure that when any of my Rise and Grind family members, when anybody that's in trouble, when anybody that's in need can reach out, I want to be able to just reach in my pocket and say, here you go, bro. I want to hug him. I want to love him. I want to show him that there is hope, that if he stays laser focused on the end game and on the goal and don't let the obstacles get in the way, I want him to know that you can get there, that you can win. Dude, I spent time with Steve Brewster yesterday. Are you kidding me? I spent time with Steve Brewster yesterday. Steve Brewster, this guy owns a company called Wholesale Inc. Steve Brewster started off with just he started off just selling a car, right? He's like, oh, if I take this car and I can get it for this much money, I can turn around and sell it for this. So he started wholesaling cars. And then he got a tiny little lot. And he fought tooth and nail, dude. He fought tooth and nail to get an initial loan so that he could buy a lot, right? He borrowed $40,000 from a guy. He showed me the note yesterday. He has the original handwritten contract that they had between them. And the guy told him that he was going to fail. The guy told him there was no way he was going to make it. But he fought and he persevered and he was laser focused on the end game. He knew where he was going to go. And him and his wife traveled around from auction to auction. They would leave at 3 o'clock in the morning, and his wife would sleep in the car while he was in the lane. Or I'm sorry, she would sleep in the car while they were going to the auction, and then she would get out and she would start working all of the dealers and telling them, like, you got to buy a car from Wholesale Inc. You got to buy a car from Wholesale Inc. You got to buy a car from Wholesale Inc. And they fought and they fought and they fought and they built this empire. And yesterday, I was with him. He's now sold his company here in the last year for mega millions of dollars. And I was at his house, his 9,500 square foot house that he owns free and clear, that sits on the lake with his 2 jet skis and his 2 boats and this magnificent structure that he built. And his kid, his 16-year-old's got this bad machine, this bad boy Challenger, and he's got a Cadillac golf cart, right? He's got all this fancy stuff right on the lake. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. And as we're walking through the house and he's showing me, I could just see his house is made of all these different stones and all these different bricks. The architecture is incredible. But as we're walking through the house, I could see him almost like touching each brick and touching each stone. And he was reflecting on his career and on his life. The guy has given away over 50 vehicles to families in need. He created a CrossFit gym that he didn't charge anything to. He opened it up to the public 100% so that they could come in and work out. He created a special needs place, a place for children with special needs where they could come and feel like they're a part of something. And then he gave it to the church. He donates in this group. He takes care of people in this group all of the time. The guy just gives back. He's so humble. Even in the midst of decadence, he was so humble. And I could see him as he touched each brick, as we walked through each step and each stone. He reflected on the sacrifices that he had to make so that he could put his family in a position where they can help other people. That's all he cares about. He didn't care about the brick. He didn't care about the stones. He didn't care about the Cadillac. He didn't care about the Charger in the garage. He didn't care about the boats. He told me his favorite thing to do was to just sit. His favorite thing to do was to sit at the edge of the lake and watch all of the people go by. He said a lot of people in his position, they look for quiet. They look for a quiet space, right? They want to build, they want to seclude, they want to put a bunch of trees around, and they don't want to let people in. Steve's not like that, man. He has a steady order right now. Famous Chickens, Lee's Famous Chicken, I believe it is. He has a standing order of 15 chicken breasts every Sunday. They make 15 chicken breasts every Sunday, and Steve has these at his house. He cooks up the chicken breasts. He grills them up. He's got a brand new grill that he's excited about. He cooks up the chicken breasts, and whoever wants to come to his house, whoever wants to come hang out on the lake, whoever wants to take off on the jet skis, whoever wants to bring their families in, he doesn't care. Whoever it is, just come on over. Just come on over and hang out on Sundays. He's got enough food for everybody. Because he doesn't care about the decadence. He doesn't care about the money. But he worked his ass off, man. He worked so hard, and he gave up a ton. And now here he is. He's at a point in his life where he's able to reap the rewards of sticking to the process with honesty, with integrity, and with humility. And so when I got to experience that yesterday, it was just a reminder, man. It was just a reminder of the power of laser focus and how important it is that you win. How important it is that I win. We can't give up, my friends. Chad can't give up. Chad, if you're watching, you can't give up, bud. You can't give up. The world needs you. You have an impact to make. I need you to stay focused on the end game. I know there's some obstacles in the way right now, and hopefully my friends here in the Rise and Grind group, I'm hoping that you guys will help my friend Chad if you can. If you can help Chad, that would be awesome. The GoFundMe, I will post it at the top of the group. I'll make an announcement. So if you can help him out in some way, that would be great. But ultimately, I just want to encourage you, Chad. I want to encourage you to stay the course, my man. Stay the course. Stay laser focused. I know it's hard. I know it's tough, dude. I know it. I've been there. But don't lay down. Don't give up. I need you. Your son needs you. The world needs you. We're going to carry you. We're going to lift you up. And we're going to get you through. Man, I've been giving away. It's been really cool. I've been giving away some Rise and Grind gear. My man Eric, he won a $50 Rise and Grind shopping spree, and Vanessa, she won a $50 Rise and Grind shopping spree. But I've been giving people these $50 Rise and Grind shopping sprees, and it's been so fulfilling. The messages that I get back, the encouragement, the way that it sparks people's life when we can give back, when we can pour into them unexpectedly, when we can do for them without expecting anything in return. That's the life that I want to live. That's the life that Steve lives. And it's powerful. But the only way I'm going to get there is even when I'm exhausted, even when I'm utterly tired, even when the Facebook live stream, Facebook keeps kicking people out of the stream, even when all of these obstacles are in the way, I am reminded every single day that God chose me. He chose me and he gave me the gifts to go out there and make an impact on this planet. That's why I wrote this book. I wrote this book called The Morning Five, 5 Simple Steps to an Extraordinary Life. Because I want everyone to live an extraordinary life. I want everyone to be in the position that Steve's in, and anybody can do it. Steve will tell you if he can do it, anybody can do it. So I wrote The Morning Five just as a great way to start your day, because today I woke up exhausted. I didn't want to keep going. I didn't want to push through. I didn't want to move. But guess what? I opened up my planner. I wrote down all the things that I'm thankful for. I wrote down all my goals for the future. I was able to realign myself. Okay, here's the laser focus. This is where we're going. This is why we're doing it. I was able to realign. I was able to reflect. I was able to spend some time thanking God for the things that I have and for the future that I know that He has already created for me. And then with that fuel, with that energy, I'm able to come to you today, 5:30 a.m. Thursday, May 30th, 2019. I'm able to come to you and to deliver a message and to pour into you and to continue to give back and get back on track. This morning routine, the 5 simple steps to an extraordinary life, this is the key. When you're stuck, when you're tired, when you're exhausted, when you can't remember what it's all for, when you don't feel like it, when you don't want to, that's why we have the Morning Five. That's why. And that's why it's so important to me that the Morning Five gets spread out as far and wide as humanly possible. That's why I'm giving away free $50 Rise and Grind gear so that we can keep the post going, so we can raise the awareness. I would love for this free book to be in the hands of every single human being on this planet. I think it will make an impact. I believe it can make a difference. I've got a video on laser focus that I'm going to share with you right now. It's got cuss words in it. So if you're not down with cuss words, then go ahead and jump out of the feed now. Know that I love you. You can get more videos like this at glennlundy.com. Come back here again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m., glennlundy.com. But there's a video that I want to share about focus. And like I said, it does have some cuss words, but I'm going to go ahead and pop it up there for you now.
I want to introduce y'all to this very simple concept. That if you want it, you got to go get it. Some of y'all got this concept of what you want to accomplish. You know, some of y'all are motivated by broke. I'm broke, I'm stuck, I'm fucked up, I can't do nothing. Some of y'all are motivated by just wanting to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Other folks are motivated by materialistic things. It's a very simple concept. If you want it, you gotta go get it. And what does that mean? It means that you trying to convince me or anybody else that you want to get it when you partying all week. As soon as you get any kind of money, you buying a bunch of shit that you really can't afford. It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide, fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your shit, molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you gonna fly. The life that I live, I deserve this life because I worked my ass off to get it. Y'all out here running around creating this smoke. You did it to yourself. Trying to live up to the hype and create the smoke that you doing. You ain't doing it. You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. Fuck all the homies texting and calling and trying to make you feel bad about being so focused. It's grind season, homie. It's not about today, it's about the future. You do the work now. Do the work now. And all of the shit that you could ever want to do for your family, your kids, your loved ones, it's all going to be on a whole nother stratosphere. It's time to stay focused, man. I hope this video makes you uncomfortable. Because I look at this as a mirror. You get to look yourself in the mirror and ask hard and tough questions. What am I doing every single day with my life? Creating obstacles, challenges, and distractions for myself.
I hope this morning's episode of hashtag Rise and Grind makes you a little uncomfortable. I do. Because look, man, I'm on a mission. You see, I understand something. I know that I am a child of God, uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of myself that I can possibly be. I know this. I know this and I understand this. And because of this knowledge that I have, I know and understand that I have the ability to make an impact on this planet. And I also have the responsibility to make an impact on this planet. And I am going to fulfill my responsibility with laser focus. I'm going to push through when I'm tired. I'm going to get up when I don't want to. I'm going to do the things that I don't want to do. I'm going to push you into uncomfortable situations. I'm going to do everything in my power to shape and mold you. That is my legacy. When I have my 9,500 square foot house that I've provided for, that's free and clear for my family, when I walk through and we touch the bricks and I invite you over on Sundays, every Sunday, so that you can eat the chicken and you can ride the jet skis and you can do all of the things. When I reach that point, I'm going to be thankful for the process I'm going through now. I'm going to be thankful and understanding of the sacrifices that I had to make, because it's all worth it, friends. Stay laser focused. Stay laser focused. Only you can do it. See, I know that only I can do it. Only me. Nobody else. Nobody else. So I'm going to keep pushing through. I want you to keep pushing through. Chad, I want you to keep pushing through. All of you. Beth, keep pushing through. Janelle, keep pushing through. Carrie Lynn Carter, keep pushing through. Casey Rossiter, keep pushing through. Tony Thorstad, keep pushing through. Let's go, man. Let's go. Laser focus. I need you to win. They need you to win. If you need more videos like this, go to GlennLundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind gear, go to GlennLundy.com. Most importantly, come back here tomorrow. We got a gentleman who is blind, and yet he's an Olympic gold medalist kicking people's butt in jiu-jitsu. His name's Jeff Mata. He's incredible. He'll be on the show tomorrow. So make sure you come in tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. We're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Go get it, friends. Go get it.